Okay, and the meeting notes. All right. Okay. Welcome everyone to joining the KubeEdge community meeting. It's June the 24th. This time is Europe-friendly time. And please everyone on the meeting add your name to the attendees. Thank you. Okay. First of all, I think we still want to go to the release development status first. Okay. Let me check if relevant people online. So EXEC to the H, any updates?
Maybe no updates now. How about I think I can do it with 张杰。
现在说话，
听不到吗？
没听到。Can anyone hear Xufei?
Hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay. I think the EXEC now have no updates. I think I can do it with 张杰。
Okay, sorry, I guess something wrong in my side, so I just switched it to my PC. Hold on a second. Okay, next, the metric server in the cloud. Any updates? I think we have the pull request is ready to merge. Just not sure if it's already in or not. Okay, it's still under review. Okay, so we will need to. Sorry, let me switch the screen sharing. Okay, so we just need another approval about the pull request. And the pull request is still open, so if anyone have any comments, please reply on the pull request. And upgrading Golang to 1.14. So actually the pull request upstream is merged. I think we can start the we can start this one in KubeEdge. Okay. Okay, another thing is that okay, let's bring it back. Okay, maybe we also need to take a look about the Kubernetes dependency. Shall we wait and upgrade to 1.19 directly this time or not? Any idea about this?
Yeah, I think we can upgrade it.
You mean to 119 or?
Or shall we upgrade to 1.19 directly?
Yeah, that's was also what I'm thinking about. Okay. So the gateway support, it's still pending, and I think we can add another item that we may verify and support ingress integration on the edge nodes. Okay. And Cloud Core installation document update. So this one we already have something, right? Oh, sorry, there's some background noise. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the upgrade to 118, I think we discussed maybe. So the only thing is that we need to think about, shall we wait and upgrade to 119 directly? But it's okay. Either is okay. Just we need to with some feedback from the community. And the edge node certificate rotation. Any updates?
Yeah, we have submitted the pull request for review.
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, we have updates. We have submitted the pull request for review.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. All right, next one, KubeEdge admin installer get data in Edge Core DB for troubleshooting. Any updates?
Oh, no, still being planning.
Okay. All right, CRD improvement. So this one we had some discussion and feedback in the device IoT meeting. I think Luo Guangyi already refreshed the pull request. So just need another round and review. Okay. So so the Edge core as system process, I think this one PR has some conflicts, right? Need to rebase. Okay. Debian packages. Any updates? Or no? Okay, so anyone is interested in this, please volunteer to take it. All right. Edge node cross subnet communication. Any progress on this? Not yet.
Maybe need more discussed about this.
Okay. Okay, next, release process updates. Hello?
Hello? Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes, yes.
It is in reviewed.
Okay. Okay, this one we already get accepted, right? Okay, list watch from Edge notes. I think this one is still under discussion, so maybe we need to need another week to think about the design. Okay. The connection managed inside Cloud Hub. Okay, this one is already in, and we are cherry pick to back to release 1.3. Okay.
The pull request is under review.
For the GC, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, under review. Okay. The KAdmin purge option. Any updates?
It's done.
Okay.
This is merged.
Okay. All right. Anything else we need to add? No? Okay. Let's move back to the main thread. Edge mesh related plan. Who want to discuss this?
Oh, I can say something.
Okay.
Now we have something finished, something to be discussed. Now the please click the bug fix issue link.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now this PR are finished and wait for review. This will fix two issues. One is the document related. One is the pending issue.
Yeah, let me change the format so we can easy to check the status. Oh, sorry. Okay, you mean all these three are done or not?
Yes, all done.
Okay. Okay.
And then there is a code level of optimization.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the also are done, right?
Yeah, also need a review.
Oh, done. I mean, the pull request accepted should be considered done. If you just submit the pull
Oh,
request, it's we should leave it open.
okay, I know this.
So are this or
Oh,
under review?
so this all on the review.
Okay. So what about the known issues? Are they accepted or not?
Also on the review.
Okay. So I will just leave it open. Okay. And the optimization proposal. Do
Yeah,
you want to go through it?
Please open this. This is for some limitation and for the limitation of age mass, and I want to observe this from
Mhm.
design level. First, it's depend on docketing network interface, because this need a network interface to bind to service as a DNS server. We can create a virtual network interface to fix this. The second is now HMS only supports IPv4 DNS resolve,
Mhm.
and this is right. Not use the open source library. We can switch to open source library to support all DNS reviews resolver, like Core DNS did.
It's already open source, right? You mean which library is not using?
Oh, I mean the Core DNS, the library which Core DNS use. Because we now the DNS server in the HMS is totally written by ours,
Mhm.
not an open source library, which would be hard to maintain, and we need to
I
write this.
mean,
We can use
all the
libraries.
existing implementation is already open source, right?
Yes, we can just take this.
So you mean change the library to use a third-party one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, uh, there's two aims for HMS. One is DNS, one is prox. For the prox part, now we only support only support host port prox. Uh, we need to support more proxy, I think, like HTTPS, like gRPC, and so on.
Okay. So for the proposal, it's very helpful to highlight clarify the background and the goals.
Yes.
And also for the content, I think you need to also list the advantages and the disadvantages why, for example, replacing the DNS library. It should be very helpful for the others to understand the pros and the cons. And also, I think maybe from the code level, you need to clarify if there's any external behavior would change. What about the backward and forward compatibility consideration? And if is is there any potential uh, uh, the issue would be introduced or not? Especially
Okay.
when the user upgrading from the older release to a new release.
Oh, got it. I will add it.
Yeah, and also you may also add the section about the development plan and the criteria of the feature maturity. I mean, for example, alpha, the criteria to beta, and the criteria to stable.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's go back. So for the cross subnet communication, I think we still need more breakout discussion about this. So basically the idea for, I want to clarify the relationship with the existing CNI plugin. So for inside one subnet communication, this is already covered by CNI. So I think we can still rely on that. So we can just develop some plugins or add-ons to make it able to work with pod-to-pod communication when it's cross subnet.
I'm not sure the cross subnet. First now, something I can support subnet cross subnet communication. My question is, is if we use CNI to deploy and at cloud side and edge side, then we still need to add on to support pod-to-pod cross subnet communication.
Yes. Yes.
But the CNI already do this.
No, I don't think so. Current CNI implementation only able to support pod-to-pod communication inside one subnet.
I know that the such as Calico, this supports cross subnet uses its IP mode.
Yeah, here the cross subnet we need to support the cross the public network. The Calico don't support the cross the public network.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yes, the edge node may be cross public network. Yeah, we want to support this mode.
Yeah. Okay. So list watch from the edge. Any ideas about this?
各位老师这边我能说中文吗？我的英文不太好。
可以。
好。然后这边的话就是关于我这边就是对于 list watch 的一个简单的一个想法嘛。然后我是借鉴了那个，就是有2个想法。第一个想法的话是说，我们是参考了那个 OpenYAT 看了一下它的一部分实现嘛。然后就说我们应该是可以有一部分可以借鉴的一个事情，就是说我们这边是有 list watch 这个 client， 然后发起那个 list 的请求的时候，然后经过我们在 edge code 里面写的一个 process 的一个代理，然后将这个请求，然后再经过一个就将这个请求，然后直接代理转发到 server 上面去，然后这样的是一个当这个云端的一个节点在线的一个情况。当云端节点不在线的情况的话，我们是通过就是本地的一个缓存的一个机制，然后就是去从这个 edge code 里面去将这个数据读取出来，然后返回到这个 list watch client， 使它能够就是获取到一些信息嘛。然后在下面去做那个 watch 请求的时候，能把屏收。watch 请求的时候是一样的一个事情，就是说还是由这个 就是由这个代理的一个服务器 server B， 然后去从 API server 上去获取所有的更新信息，然后把这部分信息更新到本地的那个 edge code 点 DB 里面去，然后再将这个信息通过我们这个在 edge code 里面对于 list watch client 的一个代理服务器，将这部分数据进行一个返回，然后是这么一个想法。然后这个想法的话，就是有一个好处的话，就是说我们这边的话是不区分的所有的一个资源对象，因为我们当前就是我们已经在 edge code DB 里面去实现的一些内容，主要是指一些 pod service endpoint 以及那个以及 secret 的一些信息嘛。这样的话，对于在边缘节点上面去跑一些 KubeEdge 或者一些 Calico 的一些组件的话，然后它可能会有一些 CRD 的一些资源的一个获取，这样的话它就能够屏蔽掉这一些的一个差异嘛。 不过这边的话，就是它直接和 API 所有通信了，感觉这个设计好像是和我们当前的一个好像不是特别契合的一个事情。然后再接着就是说，我们第二个一个想法的话是说，想要结合我们当前的一个通过，因为我们就是边缘侧的一些服务都统一是通过这个 Cloud Core 去和 API 所有完整通信的嘛。然后还是一样的，我们希望是在 Edge Core 里面去启动一个 list watch 的一个 server 去接收 list watch client 发过来的 list 和 watch 的一些请求，然后再将这个信息去通过 mid client 然后去获取到我们本地在这个 Edge Core DB 里面的信息。如果不存在的话，就由 Edge Hub 然后去向 Cloud Core 发请求，让 Cloud Core 去完成这个请求之后，然后再将消息分发回来，然后再进行一个数据存取，然后在存取成功之后，然后再将这个信息发送给由 list 的这个代理，然后再发送给这个 client。watch 请求的话，其实是基本上是一个类似的一个事情，都是要先经过这个事情。然后这边有一个事情的话，就是说，就是我们当前实现的一个内容的话，主要是有一些 pod，就是没有那些考虑一些扩展的一些因素在里面嘛。就是以及我们想要去做的这个 list watch，我们是否有必要去考虑这个 CRD 这部分内容呢
？CRD 就是实际上是我们要支持在边缘节点上去运行一些第三方的应用。如果它有这个 list watch 的这个场景的话，CRD 其实 CRD 是一个需要的功能。
那如果说是需要的话，可能就是在第二个里面，我们直接通过 Cloud Core 去完成通信的话，可能需要再增加一条通道，是对 CRD 的增加一个 channel，是专门去做 CRD 消息的一个分发和处理。以上就是我的对于这个 list watch 的一些想法，就是看你这边有没有什么，就是觉得说的一些不对的一些地方，或者有些需要改进的一些地方。
对，我觉得整体上应该思路还是比较清楚的吧。然后可能还要增加一些细节，然后对比一下两种方案的那个就是优缺点，可以我们再稍微展开一下。
行，就是在下一次的话，就是希望就是针对这两种方式，我们有一个更明确的，比如说我要做的哪些改造的一些地方，或者什么这些内容，把它明确出来，是吧？
是的，是的，还有就是优缺点，优缺点可以再列一下嘛。
好的，好的。
Okay, so let me just rephrase in English. So basically, for supporting list watch from Edge Core for the applications, currently there are two approach to implement. One is that it's also referring the approach in the OpenYurt. Basically, we have a proxy server to switch if it's online, if it's connected, directly forward the request to the cloud, and then we need to duplicate the reply of the received data in Edge Core, as well as sending it to the client. For the watch, it's basically similar. And the second approach is that we reuse the cloud and the edge channel. So for any request, first go to Meter Manager, and we can you reuse the query to fetch data from cloud. And in this format, the watch might a little bit different. We still need to some change in the cloud to keep forwarding all the watch watch updates to the edge. Okay, so that's basically a very high level idea, and with I think both are fine. We just need to add more details and list out the advantage and the disadvantage, and we can continue discuss and probably make decision next week. Okay. Another thing is that whether CRD is required. I think it's also a very valuable item to be added in the discussion. If we want to generally support the as much third-party applications as possible, we need to support CRD. Okay. All right. What's the next? Logs and metrics optimization. Martin, would you like to give some background? Hello?
稍等一下，我提醒一下大家。
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. We have already implemented logs and metrics support for Edge pods, but there are several problems we need to discuss. Currently, we are using the host name mode for the Edge nodes. Then the Kube API server and the metric server will try to connect to the nodes, the Edge node name with the 10350 or 10250 port to get logs and metrics. Then we found that the Kube API server and the metric server, they are under the Kube system namespace. They cannot access to the core DNS supported resolving. So we are not able to use the software implemented service for to forward the request to the cloud stream. And then we just had to modify the host entries inside the Kube API server and the metric server. And then we modify the IP tables to forward the IP address to Edge to the cloud stream IP address. But these steps are all manual. In our product, we want to make it automatic. When the Edge nodes are registered or unregistered, we just list watch them and sync the entries for the hosts and IP tables automatically from the resource and the nodes resource. That's our consideration. And so we discussed in Slack that you are talking about the cross subnet feature. I can't see that will cover the this communication part, especially from the API server.
Right.
So we just this is our proposal, but we want to discuss with the upstream about the how it will be coexist with the upstream.
Yeah. So automating the configuration when installing the Kubernetes cluster is definitely a easy way. So yeah, we also so actually when initially implementing this feature, we had some discussion, but not yet come a very easy solution about that. So just like Zhang Jie said, for host name, if you use the xip.io suffix as host name, there's a global DNS service in the internet can help deal with that. Otherwise, I don't have a better solution yet. Any ideas from the others?
I think the next step we may do some experiment on the xip.io and then we can compare the solutions and discuss later.
Sure.
So with the xip.io method, we needn't to modify the host name, the host file inside the KubeEdge server or Magic server pod.
Yeah. So if you visit, so xip.io is basically so it's actually changing a IP address to a domain name. So you can add like you can put the private IP of a node with the xip.io suffix as a host name for the node, and then when API server trying to access, it will get the resolved IP. So then when it's trying to send out the request, the IP tables still would get the. Actually, we still need to use IP tables to hook the request.
So if xip.io is working well, then the only automation work we can do is to set up a daemon site to modify the IP tables for every node.
Yeah,
that's great. Thanks.
All right. Any other discussion? KubeEdge in managed Kubernetes cluster with edge core on remote devices. Who want to discuss about this?
Yeah, I placed it there because I haven't found any documentation where KubeEdge is deployed in any managed Kubernetes cluster like EKS, like from Amazon, Azure, or Google. And I just wanted to discuss if there is any successful implementation, because what we have seen in Amazon managed Kubernetes cluster is that it's not allowed to register automatically an edge device as a node in the Kubernetes cluster, as it seems to be not allowed by Amazon.
Have you tried that or not?
Yes, we have tried it.
Okay, maybe so which mode are you tried? You tried with EKS, right?
Yes, exactly. And automatic edge registration.
So automatic edge registration, maybe there's some issue. We need to double check. We only tested with the kind of manually installed Kubernetes before, and we have some so background investigation that because all the managed Kubernetes service, they have their own node status management. I mean the underlying relevant to the infrastructure layer. So they will, for example, the cloud provider, they would call the infrastructure API to check if the virtual machine exists or not. So the current way we hacking that is we add some built-in labels, because some of the public cloud already announced support with virtual kubelet. So virtual kubelet is actually also you can think it's kind of a remote node format, right? They don't have a real world virtual machine in the back end. So we added the same built-in labels with virtual kubelet, and also we added KubeEdge specific built-in labels. But probably we need to if the virtual kubelet labels not work, maybe we also need to do the same way. So reach out the managed Kubernetes vendors, ask if they are okay with special casing the remote nodes. Otherwise, otherwise it will be hard. Or we can replace the node controller, but that's kind of dangerous because you know that node controller is managing the whole all the nodes inside the cluster, and it's very sensitive, especially when any disaster happen. So
yeah.
So if the vendors has no customization of the node controller, maybe we can just replace it with the upstream node controller and also special casing the remote nodes. But I would think that's kind of the last option we would try.
Okay. So custom label could work, and probably also better to manually register the edge node.
Yeah.
Or is automatic registration not an issue?
So I think currently we do need some input information. So for example, if you have tried EKS, it would be very helpful if you can share with the details.
Okay.
And also we probably need the others' help to verify on the other public clouds to check whether currently implementation how many managed Kubernetes can work with KubeEdge or not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll try it again, and we'll open an issue for that.
All right, thank you. So we are done for the agendas today. Anyone have any additional question would like to discuss?
Do you have a number of which scale KubeEdge should work with the Kubernetes cluster? Like having one Kubernetes master, and what's the number of edge devices it's capable of managing? It's just limited by Kubernetes, right?
I need to double check that. I think currently there are some discussion ongoing. So so basically we have the model that not all the nodes are directly connected to the API server, and our model actually did some optimization to Kubernetes master and node communication. So a potential bottleneck might be the Cloud Hub. And so the current discussion is that we want to target on managing 4,000 edge nodes inside one cluster. But we will need more real-world test results to check if we need improvement.
4,000. It was 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000.
Okay. 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 Yeah, we're looking into that as well because we are using it or trying to use it for industrial IoT use case. So, and that's why we're also looking into managed Kubernetes cluster.
Mm-hmm. Well, so one thing would affect the scalability is actually how many the model of I mean the number of nodes, pods, and also devices. So like upstream Kubernetes, they have some so they tested basically 50 pods per node, and it's able to manage 5,000, right? If I remember correctly. In the edge cloud, in the edge computing scenario, the node would be definitely smaller than the one in the cloud. So in theory, actually, we might be able to manage more nodes. But another thing, I mean, another thing is about how many IoT devices you want to manage.
Yeah.
So that would affect the number of scalability.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just to add, if you have some number one would like to, for example, you would like to verify, that should be also helpful. We can maybe do it, verify it in the community to see if it's supported.
Yeah. Okay. We'll think about that and we'll share it if we have a number for that.
Sure. All right. Any questions want to discuss? If anyone would like to ask questions in Chinese, it's also fine. I would help to rephrase in English. 大家有问题也可以用中文提啊，然后我到时候我会帮忙这个英文表述一下。有谁有问题吗？ All right. If not, maybe we can end the meeting early today. Okay. So thank you everybody for joining the meeting. Next time will be the Pacific Friendly Time. It's July the 1st. See you all next week, and take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you.